Jackie Tillinghast. How are you, Jackie?
I'm good.
Remember what we talked about, right?
Keep it short.
Keep it short, guys. Jackie, you represent the young single population, all right? And not just the young single population, but what really today is it's a dying breed. It's looked upon as weird, as odd. You are a young single woman who is committed to purity and is committed to keeping yourself for your future husband. Why?
Aside from it being biblical,
That's a good answer.
there's countless times in Scripture where it says abstain from, sexual immorality before marriage, and in a Scripture it actually says all other sin is outside of your body, but sexual immorality is against your own body. And I don't even want to sin against anyone else, let alone my own self. Call me selfish, but I don't want to sin against myself. So, aside from, just being raised in that way, my parents they talked about it a lot with us kids, and it's what they expected of us. So, aside from just the respect and, being biblical, for me, I look at it as someday I'm going to have a husband. I don't know who he is, I don't know what he looks like, but someday I'm going to have his last name, and I want to bring honor to that last name without even knowing it, because I think it's so important to live in a way that my husband will be proud of me before I meet him. And so that's one of the main reasons why. Another reason why it's worth it to me is just because I learned from observation, and I have two very close people to me that have a child and are pregnant, and they all say that they envy me and my decision, and they wish that they waited. And so that to me, I don't love being envied, but it's kind of a boost to just feel like, just keep going. You've gone this far, just keep going. So that's why I do it, and that's why it's worth it.
Yeah. So you are, you're a beautiful young lady. You obviously could have, there's tons of guys out there that would love to be in a relationship with you. What are you waiting for? What are you looking for? What's important to you?
Well, I have a list. What's important to me is marriage and the right thing, So I'm waiting for love. I'm waiting for the right person. So yeah, there are tons of guys out there that I could just settle for, and some days are hard, and some days I get very close to just because I want that companionship so bad, and I want that love. And I don't even go out on dates unless they're a Christian, because I just feel like it's a waste of time. And for me, I don't want to put myself in that position to jeopardize the choice that I've decided to make in waiting for marriage. And so I don't know. I guess I'm just waiting for the right one.
You have, all right, I'm going to give you the floor here, all right? You have the young singles that are here this morning. You have a minute to tell them whatever you'd like to tell them.
A minute. I think that the main thing, aside from God and my relationship with Him, is I learned to love myself. And I learned about who I am and what I want and what I need. And I think that that's the problem with so many people, is that they don't even know who they are. So when it comes time to, make that decision, they don't even know what they deserve or what they want. And so I think loving yourself and having that confidence in God, when you're presented, you're just kind of like, no, this is not what I decided, this is not what I want. And I think that there's a void that young kids or adults are trying to fill. And I think that void, I think that parents can be aware of that and their kids and their young kids, and now even younger nowadays. It starts so early, but just to be aware of your child and I don't know what their love language is, what makes them happy, so that you can help fill that void, show them, point them to the cross, point them to God, so that they don't feel the need to be connected to something else. Everyone wants to be connected to something. Some people howl at the moon, they hug trees, or they, hang out with people or be intimate. And so I think that everyone just wants to be connected to something. But as parents, if you communicate with your children and you figure out, who they are and what they need, then I think it will help them in the long run.